Welcome back everyone, thanks for joining us. Lovely sunny day, but I gather the weather's been even better at home. Unbelievable, enjoy it whilst you can. I posted a video this morning, just a few hours ago, with Danny. That video is going crazy. I just spoke to Danny and we both said we can't believe that so many people were interested in a couple of old gits that talk on YouTube. But, you know, look, we take that as a big compliment. So, you know, thanks for watching and thanks for your support. Few things to get through today. First of all, I got told off yesterday by the Spanish police. I got pulled up and proper told off. I mean, like, scarily told off. They don't mess about. I was riding my e-scooter without a helmet, and I don't know, I've seen plenty of people riding around without a helmet, but apparently it's illegal. I was threatened with a €200 fine, but I've managed to learn the term lo siento, which is I'm sorry, and he seemed to accept that and let me go. So yeah, that was a close call. The other close call I had was in the restaurant last night. Went out for something to eat last night with Danny and his wife and some of my family, and I thought I'd have a go at ordering a hot pizza. I like a hot pizza. I thought I'd have a go at ordering a hot pizza in Spanish, and apparently I got the words, or the word hot, sort of kind of, I got it wrong and I asked for a sexy pizza, which the waitress thought was hilarious. That'd teach me, wouldn't it? Right, but look, there you go. Whilst I'm here, I might as well try and learn a bit of the lingo, and I don't want to be one of those people in someone else's country that refuses to speak the language. What I found here with the Spanish is that if you try, they really, really appreciate it, and you know, so it's nice to pay them that respect and to try and at least try your best, even if you get it wrong, even if you end up asking for a sexy pizza when all you want is a hot pepperoni pizza. But there you go. A few other things I've noticed while I've been out here. And I mean this in the nicest possible way. I don't mean this in a derogatory fashion for anyone that's watching this who is Spanish. But it's very much like going back to the 1980's here in many respects, and I love that. I love it. From a business viewpoint, I see so many opportunities here. I went out looking at cars yesterday. You know, I thought if I'm going to stay down here for a few weeks or even maybe a few months, you know, I might as well buy myself a cheap car, and you know, if I buy it right, when the time comes to sell it, I'll get my money back. Might even make a little profit. You never know if you buy the right thing. All the websites and the car dealers, I've visited 5 or 6 car dealers, and they don't even wash their cars. They're just on the forecourts, dirty, wheels are dirty, bodywork's dirty. The websites have like one picture. And they're very relaxed about the way they do everything. I mean, to some degree that's nice, but from a business viewpoint, I think they're missing a lot of tricks here, you know. Yeah, the way the car's presented I found really bizarre, to be honest. Not what you would, certainly not what you would find back home in the UK. You know, the cars will be detailed, they'd be fresh, they'd be beautifully photographed on the websites. Completely the opposite here, it seems. The other thing is that if you buy a car on finance, it's actually cheaper than if you buy it brand new. So if you're looking at brand new cars, they might advertise a price of €30,000 as an example. But that's only if you buy on finance. The cash price is $34,000 or $36,000. Really strange, but obviously, look, if you take the finance out, the trick is that by the time you paid the finance, you're paying more than the cash price. So it's all a bit swings and roundabouts. But yeah, I'm learning a lot. I've been making the effort to putting myself out to try and learn a bit more. And it's really interesting. I've got the e-scooter down there, sitting there with the helmet. I don't know if I look a prat in that, I've got to tell you. No, I'm not going to show you a picture of me wearing that, definitely not. I might be getting old, but I've still got a little bit of vanity left in me. I do look a complete pillock. But I'm addicted to it. I mean, it's such a great way to get around any city, really. At home, obviously, you know, the weather is a little bit more restrictive, maybe. But certainly if you've got the weather and you've got the physical ability to handle one, I mean, they're not difficult to ride. I mean, there's a bit of balancing involved and you got to be careful, obviously, but they're a great way to get around. And honestly, if anything, I'm thinking of upgrading the one I've got to something a little bit better. The only problem with the one I got is that I'm, you know, a bit on the heavy side. I'm about 14 and a half stone these days. And when you're going up a steep hill, it does tend to struggle a little bit. So I think I want something with dual motors, one on the front, one on the back, get me up those hills a bit better. Where are we? Today's Thursday. It's my birthday Saturday. Danny and his missus are coming down to Benidorm. We're going to meet up, have a nice meal, and yeah, that'll be nice. Looking forward to that. And really now it's just a matter of deciding when and if I'm going to make my way back to the UK. I mean, I've got things that I need to do at home. So I'm in absolutely no rush. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself out here. I feel so much better and totally relaxed, and it's just a different way of life. It's just really, really nice and pleasant and chilled and laid back. A lot of the stress has gone, and yeah, it's lovely. It's really, really nice. I can see why Danny moved here some years ago. It's probably a move that I might have made 20 years ago when my kids were younger. But the problem is, when they're younger, you don't like to take them out of school, take them away from their friends. Probably not fair, really. But at this time of life, I guess if you're going to do it, now will be the time. Excuse me, that kebab that I've just eaten is repeating on me. Terrible, isn't it? Kebab at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, I guess, you know, if you're going to do it, this will be the time. I've also been looking at properties. And again, the same as cars, the way they're advertised is just so 1980s or 1970s even, you know, few pictures, none of them are particularly good. You know, people have left clothes on the bed, and it's just a really bizarre way of presenting things. So listen, if that's your thing, if that's, you know, if marketing, if motor trade, or if property or anything where presentation is involved is your thing, there's probably an opportunity and openings available for you here in Spain. Obviously you've got the problems of the visas these days after Brexit, and the pound is always up and down like a yo-yo, so you know, you've always got to keep your eyes on different situations. But I am bumping into more and more people here that made the move here, some of them more recently, some of them have been here for years. Went into a lovely little town the other day and I bumped into a couple of guys up there that watch my channel on a regular basis, and they said, look, you know, as much as they, you know, their heart will always be at home, they wouldn't leave here for any amount of money. So that, I guess that says a lot. Yeah, so, you know, I've been talking to my wife. I think she feels the same as me, in all honesty. She's like, I think she would be ready to make the move if I was completely happy with it. And I've said to her, look, you know what, I'm going to leave it to you. I'm going to leave it up to you. We'll have a little look round at some properties, see what we could potentially, you know, afford to buy, and take it from there. But I think the first thing that I want to do is learn more of the language. I actually find it embarrassing, very embarrassing, when I can't speak the language of the country that I'm in. If you're just a holiday maker, it's not so bad. But if you were staying here, if you were living here, then I think it's respectful and really important that you learn the language to the best of your ability. Went into a car showroom yesterday and was speaking to the salesperson in there. He didn't speak any English, I didn't speak any Spanish, and we worked using Google Translate, which is phenomenal in all honesty. In many respects, you don't need to learn the language these days. You can just use Google Translate and it works well. But I think it's always nice, and I think the people, the natives, always appreciate the fact that you recognise that you're the foreigner and that you should be making an effort to speak to them, communicate with them in their language. So that's what I'm doing. If I certainly stayed here for any period of time, I would seriously indulge in some proper Spanish lessons. Although, you know, I can get by with short terms and phrases and bits and bobs. Not going to embarrass myself on here, but yeah, I'm not too bad. Right, look guys, that's it for the moment. Thank you for all the comments on the previous video with Danny. I'll be doing another video with Danny over the weekend, but hopefully it'll be a little bit more light-eyed. And I want to explore Danny's advice, you know, his opinions of, you know, what it would potentially be like to stay out here on a longer term basis. See what he's got to say. I mean, obviously he's going to be biased, I guess, because he's lived here now for, what did he say, 4 years, something like that. He's very happy, wouldn't go home. So I've got to be a little bit careful how I allow him to sway me with his opinion. But yeah, it'll be interesting. Right, that's it for now. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.